In a supplement to the last video, we'll look at translating a track plan from Anywhere L6 to the baseboard. Hi, welcome back to Halton Warren OO9. I'm Mark. And as you're probably aware, I have only just released a video, and while I was tidying up after getting that downloaded onto YouTube, I thought I would have a go through the memory card for the camera and just clear that up a bit as well. And when I was on there, I found that I had actually taken some clips of the kind of translating the plan from Anywhere L6 to the baseboard. And the lighting conditions are pretty bad, so it's not the easiest thing to watch really, but I just thought it might be a bit interesting, so I'll run it and see what you think, and I'll catch up with you at the end. I've got the track plan and I've done that on Anywhere L6. Now all I've got to do is transfer this track plan onto the baseboard. Now there's various ways of doing this, and we could either cut round these and then stick them down and then put the track on. We could poke little holes in them and then use chalk so that when we lift it up we've got the dots down and we can follow it. Now I know Charlie Bishop is doing a similar exercise at the moment, and what he's done is he's cut his track plan into sections, he's put track on the top, anchored it down and then carefully pulled the track plan away. I have got a fairly easy job here. My track, as you can see, is basically straight lines. So my plan is to measure from the edge of the plan to where each of the centres of these straight lines are, and then transfer those measurements across using the edge of the cork, and then just draw straight lines down, and then obviously the majority of the plane track will be down, and it's just a matter of working out where the point's going to go. So if I measure a section of track, I know where it starts, put it down, put the point in, put the next point in and the next point. I can build it up. So I think I've got a lot easier job here as long as I get my lines in and get them measured correctly. So measure twice, cut once, did I say? Hopefully it'll go quite well. So that's what I'm going to... Right, I'm not sure how well these lines will turn up on the actual video because I've done black against the green brown colour, so they don't show up so much. But I've got my lines in. There's the arrival departure line. There's got to be a loop on here, but I'll sort that out when I get the points in. This is the carriage siding 1, carriage siding 2, this is the stabling siding, this is the loco servicing and the loco shed here. So the next thing to do is to cut the track to start laying it. Now I have marked on here roughly where the points are going to go, and I've made some notes on the drawing as well. So I need to cut my track, and I think I'm going to cut the sections for this, get them all wired up with the droppers, then get them in place, then get the points in place, and then obviously I've got to drill the holes for the point motors to come through. Then when I've got the points in place, then I'll work on these sidings at the end, and again I've put a line here where they should finish. Something I said about a little while ago is you've got these dreams of what you want on your layout, and I've got a building based on the Gladstone Potteries building that I wanted on the layout, and that was going to go up in that top corner. Looking at this, it's going to be too tight, but hopefully I can get it down in this bottom corner now. Anyway, that's the next thing. Get these lengths of track cut, get the dropper wires in, get them nailed down and in place, and then work on the points and line those up, then drill the holes for them. And then the next thing to do is just then to put the extensions of the lines on for these parts. Once that's all done, I can flip this over and put the point motors in place. So we're beginning to move along a bit. So that's what I'll do. I'll catch up with you in a minute. Right, so all the track, or the plane track, is cut anyway, and what I've done around here as well is measured it all. So that's 670, that's 67, that's 545, that's 343 millimeters. So when I come to put this lot onto iTrains, I've now got the measurements ready to put in there. So the next bit is to put the dropper wires on, As you can see, some of these have already got dropper wires on. These are bits that I had on a previous attempt to get this built. So the track's in good condition, the dropper wires are already on it, so it saves a bit of time. Now the bits with dropper wires, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I think on iTrains the idea is that you actually include these little bits in the length of the point, and therefore they just disappear. So I'm going to put dropper wires on them, but I'm not going to connect them back to the block detection. I'm going to take that. The points aren't included in block detection, so all I'm going to do is use these little bits here, there's 3 of those, as extensions to the points. This one here though, that's big enough to actually stay or park a locomotive on there while other things are moving around, so that one will go back to the block detection. And what I'm going to do is, while I'm doing, I'm going to put them back onto this. I'm going to move the plan across a bit, lay them back on here so I know where they go and which bit's which. And then as soon as I've done that, then I can start laying them down, and I'll work from here, do this one, and I know where everything is. I'm not having to remeasure stuff as well. All the points are sitting at the side. Most of the springs have come out of them now, so as you probably realise, with slow motion like the Tortoise or the DCC Concepts Cobalt point motors, you need to take the springs out, otherwise it can work against the actual action and you don't get a proper closure and opening of the points. Right, so there you go then. Obviously from that point where we've just ended, the last video I published actually covers how we've moved on from there and what the plans are, so there's not really too much to say really about that clip. I just found it, I thought they might be interesting to you, but maybe you let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching, enjoy your modelling whatever you do, and I'll see you next time round, so bye for now.